Hi Danny, nice to meet you. My name's Mark. Okay, would you like to come and sit down on the seat here? We'll conduct the interview. Okay, so Danny, obviously what's really important to us, we've seen your application form, we've studied your CV, and we think you may be a person of interest to us to fill one of the roles. So in terms of the role, first of all, obviously you know it's the assistant coach role within the club, teaching the young participants on a Monday night and a Saturday morning, and also half terms. So one thing I want to know is, from our point of view, is how did you hear about the role?
Through the club.
Did you?
Yeah,
okay, so
the tutor itself, so
from the tutor, okay, so word of mouth sort of thing. That's important to us because we obviously put it to the tutor that we wanted that information passed on to yourselves. So that's great that you got that information and you've chosen to come for the interview. So just in terms of the job, Dan, why is it that you've applied, and what do you think in terms of your qualities? What do you think you can bring to the role?
To be honest,
so
I love the game, to be honest.
Okay, so you're a big fan of the football, are you? So in terms of your own personal skills, I mean, what sort of personal skills do you think are your best quality traits?
I think towards the children will be able to give good communication.
Okay, good communication,
to
yeah.
understand everything what they need to do.
So you've got that level of clear communication that you can pass on. That's vital to us, obviously. Working with the young participants, that's exactly what we're looking for, Danny.
Organisation as well.
Organisation.
Setting up all the equipment will be ideal.
Okay.
So,
no, really important. That is vital to make the session run smoothly. Yeah. What about your own? You talk about organisation. What about your punctuality and stuff like that? Are you a person who has a high level?
Depends on you.
Okay. Yeah. So in terms of, I was just wondering if when we look at your application and stuff, have you got any previous work experience, like working in any other job roles?
Yeah, working as a sales assistant.
Okay. Where'd you do?
Morrison's.
In Morrison's. Do you do that at the moment, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have me level the referee badge as well.
Oh, fantastic! That's brilliant. So you have a FA level 1 refereeing badge. Brilliant. That's exactly what we're looking for. Because what we do is we run a lot of small-sided tournaments, you know, with the young people.
Yeah.
So that's something that could be a massive help to us through you having that knowledge. So is there any sort of skills that you can bring from your role in Morrison's to the role we have here? I'm thinking about, you know, working with others, that kind of.
Yeah, like you have to work together as a team. And
okay.
So and you have to work as individually as well. So
right, so you've got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, you have to. Obviously, you have to deal with other people, which you have to deal with like children there as well.
Right, I get you. So you've got that level of interacting with people of different ages as well. What about your attendance and punctuality in work? How would you rate that? That's fantastic. And would you be happy for us to obviously request some of the references from Morrison's to confirm them in detail? Okay. So is there anyone in particular you think we could contact from Morrison's?
Manager.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So we'll make sure we put that as definitely one of your references if you give them details. As a second reference, have you got anyone in mind?
Put down the referee secretary.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Well, that's even better because that can be confirmation of that kind of thing. So in terms of, Dan, we see on your application form that currently you're involved in a college course. What's that entail, and how will it help in this particular role?
Speed at level 3 sport and
okay.
One of the assignments is coaching sport, so doing lessons would help a lot to it.
Right, I see. So you had a lot of experience in planning sessions for different groups, have you? And what kinds of participant groups have you planned sessions for?
My own age, for the team, and obese people.
Right, okay. And young
children as well.
That's brilliant, because that's a real wide range of different sessions. That's what we want. We want a good variety in the sessions that we deliver to the kids, you know, to keep them wanting to come. In terms of, and what I think is important is I ask you about a couple of scenarios that might occur in the workplace and how you deal with them scenarios. So one of the big things for us is obviously health and safety. Now, what sort of health and safety considerations might you take into account before you run a session with ourselves?
Performing a risk assessment.
Oh, right, okay. And what would that include?
Like checking if the facilities for the pitch is alright, no broken glass or anything, or obstructions in the way.
Fantastic.
Obviously take a back here as well with participants, let's see if they've got any medical issues or anything like that.
No, that's brilliant. What sort of medical conditions would you be looking to
like heart problems, breathing, and stuff like that.
Fantastic. And just with that, in terms of what would you put in place to, say you were conducting a risk assessment and you're seeing some glass, or you might see other aspects that you think you know, that could be a health and safety concern. So say there was glass, what could you put in place to make sure that didn't happen for the next session?
Ensure there's like bins outside to put your glass bottles in bins before you take them on the pitch.
That's fantastic. No, really good. We can see you're complying with the health and safety procedures that we need there. What sort of medical conditions would you be looking for then to see in terms of the park queue and maybe take that into consideration in your session?
Probably like heart diseases. If you could check if they've got any disabilities as well, that could help.
Fantastic. Yeah.
If you've got like a brain injury or something like that, making sure they don't like be heading the balls.
No, brilliant answer. That's really important because it's important we differentiate between all the participants we have, and that is a great example about the head injuries. Maybe, you know, for example, like you've just said there, if you've got them continually heading the ball, that's going to be really, really a problem. So, in terms of your availability, are you available for the Monday night, Saturday mornings, Danny? That's because that's massive for us to have obviously staff available at all times. We want that continuity with the kids, really. And what I think a massive part of what we'd like to know as well is what are your ambitions for the future, and how does this job fit in with some of your ambitions, or if it does, if it doesn't?
I want to go into like teaching, PE teaching, something like that.
Right, is that something you'd like?
Yeah, something I'd like to do. Yeah.
So sort of like so you see this as sort of a job to sort of get into teaching assistants and stuff like that?
Get a bit of an insight of what it's going to entail, really.
No, that's
working with children.
No, that's really, really important. That I think that's a massive plus that you're going into things like that, because this sort of job role would suit you down to the ground. I think. What about in terms of you live locally? Do you?
St Helens.
St Helens. So would it be a problem getting here, or?
I drive, so.
Oh, do you drive? Do you? Even better, because what we always say to all the staff, say a session started 4, 5 o'clock. What time would you realistically, as a professional, want to be?
Probably about 4, so I'd leave mine at 4, take half an hour to get it.
And get it all set up and all the rest of it. Just one more scenario for you to think about, which we'd like an answer from you, Dan. Say if you faced sort of this situation, what would you do if sort of a kid at the end of the session, his parent was late and didn't come to pick them up on time? How would you deal with that situation?
You obviously wouldn't leave them on their own, so you'd wait with them until someone came to pick them up.
Fantastic. No, great answer. Well, listen, we really appreciate you coming down today, Danny, and I think a lot of the answers have made you a suitable candidate. We'll let you know in a couple of days and be in contact with you, okay?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay.